Hi, Microphone. Today I'm doing something a little bit different. It's scrapbooking under that name, but slightly different. Maybe less scrapbooking, I don't know. Anyways, I was doing a different kind and then I kind of came up with a new concept. So like if I enjoy it more, that'll be great because I already started some of the other ones. Anyways, I'm going to be trying out two things and I'll kind of show you along. So one of them I thought maybe I'd be able to fit more photos on it, but I think I can only still fit 4, which would be one more. I already mapped it out on this side. Here's the paper that I'm using. I have to grab a second one, but I just wanted to map it out so I can fit the photo. I could cut the photo down, but I really don't want to. And then I cannot fit a third one in here, so I can only fit 4. And then I think I'll have to maybe possibly waste some paper, but I will find a way to use it because I don't like to, because I thought maybe I could just cut them here and that's not enough space. I'm going to try to see if it works, but I'll show you the concept in a minute. I also ran out of the glue that I was using, which is a glue stick, so that it's not super liquidy and doesn't make it bend, and I think it's going to bend. I'm gonna use this. I was thinking about using the other stuff, but I'm gonna use this, so that's why it might look slightly bendy, but I'm ordering glue sticks right now so that I don't have to use this, but I really just want to see how it looks. I'm gonna do 2 different concepts of scrapbooking because, well, I'll explain it later, but I do like what I'm doing, but it's just not, I don't know, I want to try something different. I created my original idea for scrapbooking because I wanted a way to have all my dolls categorized and be able to put their names in there, because no matter how I try to do it, I always forget a lot of my dolls' names, and I like to give them names, if that makes sense. Let's begin, okay? Explain later. I also marked out space for the holes, but now I have to find a second piece of paper and put this one together with the other one, and then we'll show the working on the pages. Okay, so sorry, I'm reaching for something. I'm gonna use this as a hole puncher. I glued them together so it's back and back. These are the colors that I chose. It doesn't really matter what I choose. I just want to like the paper, and then again I tried to do a thin layer so that it wouldn't warp an insane amount. It's a hole puncher. Now it has little hole punches that I can put it in something when I'm done. Okay, gotta make sure that I pick up the little hole punches. Anyways, now I'm going to I took a photo reference. It's got a doll on it. I don't think I'm gonna do Ever After High right now. I think I'm gonna do a different doll one, but I needed a photo reference and I drew lines, okay? So I left a little bit of space. I decided that I don't think that's going to be enough, and I'm still going to attempt it with this, so I did bigger ones as well. And then any leftover paper, because I'm going to have a decent amount of leftover paper. This is from one of the sheets that I already used. I do have long paper, in case you're like, that's an interesting size. I'm going to keep this for other crafting. I use a lot of random bits, so I made longer ones, but I did use the short ones as well, to see if it works. And then I'm gonna bend on that line like I did here, but I'm gonna do it here, and I'm going to glue them on, and I'll show you once I do that and how I glued it on, but I'm kind of bad at explaining. So okay, so again, I'm using glue, so it's definitely going to warp in some places, but that's okay. So then I left the flaps. I'm gonna let them dry for a decent amount of time, but I left the flaps. These ones are really little, so I'm trying not to glue them down, but I'm gonna make sure that they're extra pressed down so they don't get glued down. And I will do it to the other side, but I don't know if I'm gonna do it right now. Okay, give me a minute. Okay, now I have cut out another piece of, it's the same, it's crafting, what's this called? Paper. Bold brush strokes, paper pad. It's the whatever that I've been using. The more of that. Anyways. It doesn't matter what. I just want to be able to write on this, but I haven't decided what side I want to. I guess this side. It doesn't matter what color. I think for when I do this, the papers that I cut out will be lighter than will be like a lighter color, and the other ones can be very bold because some of them I just don't think that I'd be able to write on unless like I use white. Anyways, and it's the same size as these photos. I'm gonna do OMG, and I'm going to glue them. Okay, I hope this works. It's gonna be very difficult. So I'm gonna glue them like so that we got the photo on one side. I love that she's just off-centered. See, I was like gonna cut them down. No, I'm not. Anyways, but I'm going to put the extra little flap in between, and then we'll show what that looks like. It's going to be very difficult for like the little strip, and I hope it doesn't glue to the paper, so we're gonna have to really work with that. It's definitely gonna take a few minutes of like wiggle room and stuff. That's why I don't think the little flap will work, but I didn't want to like waste the paper, so we're gonna be cutting out bigger flaps. Okay, so the thing that I found that worked the best, I first tried to like glue them together. As you can see here, it's on here, and I think that was fine. But the thing that I think is going to work the best, and it helped with like the small ones too. I'm gonna have to see if it's sturdy enough, and then maybe I won't waste as much paper. I first glued this. You can see the little cut here. I glued it. So I haven't glued the photo on, I just have this piece on. But that's what it's gonna look like. It's gonna be like a little book, okay? Like they can like open up. Okay, now I'm gonna glue the photos on, if that makes sense. I hope. Isn't this adorable? Okay, they all open. I think it's nice for like the little ones. Okay, this is adorable. I think this is so cute. Now I have to like make it personal and customized. Okay, I'll show you at the end what I'm kind of doing, but I have a palette and I mix colors. I hate mixing colors because I'm not very good at it, and I don't think I'm going to be able to achieve this color because I feel like it's a very neon-y color, but nonetheless, I'm still going to attempt. I don't think I have any paint that even looks remotely close. Okay, this one must be clogged. I don't have a needle to really poke through. I guess I haven't. Okay. Let's see if that, I'm scared it's gonna go everywhere. Okay, we got color out. So like I said, I'm letting my other one dry, so I needed something to do. Again, a very neon-y color. I don't think it's achievable, but I want to get something close, so I'm going for like a pink, like a nice dark pink. I think she's lighter than this, but like close, and it's not achievable, but that's okay. I did add a pretty dark red or pink into it, but I'm adding a little bit of red just in case, and then I'm gonna add light pink instead of white to tone that down, and then we'll see if we need white. I just want to get something similar to it. It doesn't have to be perfect. I want it to be perfect though. It's not what I want. Maybe darker. Yeah. More pink. And more red. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna get to the color anywhere close to what I want, so we're just gonna go with this, and I'll throw a fit later. Because I don't have like a neon color. I don't even know what to do to make like a neon-y color, so I'm going to split I'm hoping that I don't like color on the paper. You'll see at the end. I'm gonna split it down the middle. Yeah, I'm gonna split it down the middle. I guess I'll just do it here, and then I can add better what I want. It's not going to be a perfect middle split because I don't want to use a, yeah, that works for me. It's a pretty thick one, but I'll go in with a different color. And then I'm going to do every other, and then I'm going to switch. I could try to like map it out, but I don't want it to be perfect. And then I'm going to switch and do the opposite every other, if that makes sense. Okay, I'm going to show you what I've done so far. Wow. Okay, so you can't see the characters because they're covered up and the paint is still drying, but I'm like painting, and I know that I was like, I don't want it to warp with the glue, and then I'm painting it, and that's going to make it warp, but that's okay. We're already colored. Anyways, basically, I really wanted to, like, as a kid, I used to watch a YouTube channel called Dolls, Toys, and Games Gal. I had to remember the title. And I used to make dorm rooms. Like, I used to be obsessed with that, and then I did myself, and then I stopped doing it because I wanted the shelf space for displaying my dolls, and I didn't have enough shelves. Like, I'll never have enough to be able to do that. So I wanted to like continue crafting, but like I never do it. So then I thought with making my scrapbook, but I just didn't do the same things. Like, I don't know, like I wanted to be able to like paint. So I think this one will like connect me more with that like part. And then I have another idea possibly, but this is definitely using some of my skills. But anyways, the second part of this video, once I finish this, will be me doing the other possible concept that I'll be doing. Again, I want this scrapbook to, with the photos, to be able to show my doll collection. Sorry, I'm trying to paint, trying to keep a very steady hand. I wanted to be able to keep like my own doll collection. I know like there's like websites that you can use and stuff for that. But my dolls don't look like stock images. Even if I buy it new in box, like they're not going to look like the stock images. So I wanted photos of like my dolls. Also, yes, keep track of doll names and stuff and any information. The other thing I found is like I have memories with my dolls and I want to be able to write them down because I'm forgetting some of them and eventually I will 100% forget them. This isn't going to be neat, by the way, my painting. I have just come to that conclusion. I will try my best. So it might warp a little bit, but honestly, that's fine. But I want this to be like customized, and I love scrapbooking paper. So like obviously I want to use it, and I am using a little bit of it. But I don't know. I just wanted it to be able to like be more personalized than just what I was doing. I did enjoy it, but I think that I'll enjoy this a little bit more. And yeah, I don't have anything else to say. I don't know. Just it's fun. I'm painting it right now and I don't have anything else to say. I did change the color. I didn't like how it looked as well. It really was giving like, and obviously I'm painting it black, but it was giving like red, white, and blue. Nope, it was giving flag, American flag. I was gonna show that one. I found this and I added some pink to it and I think it looks a little bit better. It's obviously not the color, but she has a very neon-y color scheme to her. Anyways, so that's what I'm doing. I'm just customizing a little cute scrapbook and hopefully I can have better handwriting. I just have really bad handwriting. I think in school they were like, as long as it's legible, like you have so many other issues, why would we focus on correcting your horrible handwriting if you can like barely spell? And so they focused on other issues and I have since had the most horrendous handwriting ever, so hopefully I can like really study that out. I think at some points, like if I really focus, it just like hurts to write neat. So we're just gonna have to put in the pain for this, but nonetheless I really like how it's gonna come out, I think. But I want to be able to put in like moments, memories, and obviously not all my dolls will have like that because sometimes I don't remember where I got half my fashionistas. Half my fashionistas I bought like at Target when there was like a sale, but I don't who those are. I don't really think I buy them at on Amazon. I know I bought some at like TJ Maxx, but I remember when I was doing my other scrapbooking, I was like, I don't know where I bought half these dolls. So I want to be able to like do this and have it dedicated so that when I buy a new doll, I can like write that down and then, you know, be able to have that information. Where did I buy it? Maybe keep receipts, put receipts in here. I don't know. I haven't thought that far through. I have so many other dolls I have to put in here before I start thinking of like new dolls, and I keep resting my hand on the open one. I'm also like, it was really bad to start because I'm getting like paint in the other photos. Whoops. We'll have to like think of a new thing. I should have started at the top. I know that's a thing, you're supposed to start at the top, but I didn't do that. I did not do that. Anyways, I don't have anything else to say. I know I've been rambling and you're like, what are you doing? This is supposed to be scrapbooking. I don't know if scrapbooking is the right term now. I guess crafting with my doll photos shall be my new thing. But at the end of each video, I think I'll probably only do one page per video if I end up continuing this, or maybe I'll just do it by myself. I don't know, but I'll probably just do one page and we'll show you at the end because the results, or I'll do a bunch and then I'll show you them instead of like showing it, but I'm not showing actually painting it. So apologies. But I think that this is really cute. So that's all that I have right now. So we'll come back when it's done. If I didn't show you, I'm doing the OMG Remix Dolls, the band. And I don't know, okay, so the other two were easier to do. I could look at them and see, but I don't know what to do for them. The other two, which is I want to say Lady Diva, but that's the one doll that I really like. She reminds me of Lady Gaga, that's why I'm thinking of Lady, I don't know, Diva? I don't know her name. It will be in here, I'll write it down. But I don't know what to do for either of them. I know for the one I want to do caution tape. She does have a heart on her and a lot of studs, so I could take puffy paint. It'll take a little bit to dry, but I could take puffy paint and add that here. She has different color studs. Again, I want to do caution tape. She has black and white leg warmers and as well as fishnet. So I could do something fishnetty because she has that. She has the light green. I'll never be able to get the color of her hair. I don't have like a yellow neon-y color. Even if I had a highlighter, I don't think that that would work. I do want to do the caution tape, especially because she has like her eyebrows are like striped. So I guess I'll take that into consideration. I definitely think the spiked idea would be cool. She does have a little bit of gold, so I can put gold in there. I just don't know specifically what to do for her, and I don't know about the other one. She has a lot of like a little bit of gold as well. She has a lot of silver, a lot of tulle, a lot of fishnet. I don't know how to do like a fishnet look. That would be a lot of very like little, I don't know. Seems like a lot of detail-y work. I can try like a fishnet mesh. She has some chunkiness to her, like chunky like pieces. Okay, I kind of have a concept. I guess we'll see what it looks like at the end. I'm still not done with the other two, but I'm thinking because it's drying and I don't know what to do about that. Like, do I put a piece of paper down? I don't know. Whatever doll this is supposed to be, I feel like she, out of the lineup, she was always like my least favorite. I felt like compared to the others, she didn't have like a super strong design, and honestly I'm not even sure if I'm gonna like how this turns out, but I'm going to do, because like the other one I could go off of like the stripes, or for Miss Ferocious, is that her name? I could go off of like the pattern. She did like an animal print pattern. Don't ask what kind, don't ask if I even drew it remotely close, but like I could go off of that kind of pattern. But with this one, she doesn't really have a pattern, so we're just kind of making our own. I'm kind of taking inspiration from her hair. I painted it, the majority of it, the background black. Well, I painted all black, and now I'm going in and adding some design. I'm adding some silver, well, gray, and then I'm going to add over a shininess to kind of give a metallic feeling almost. That's what I'm hoping is going to help. I don't have metallic paint for gray, which like I feel like I always need it, so like I don't know why I don't get it. And then I'm painting a good portion of it this gray color slash shiny gray, I guess is what I'm gonna call it, because I don't have like a metallic. I used to have it for nail polish and it was the coolest thing ever. Anyways, because I feel like she has a good portion of her outfit in this color. And then the other thing about this doll that's very fun is that I feel like she uses both gold and silver compared to like the others. I don't really think, at least like a big portion of her is like gold and silver versus like just sticking to one. I'm sure one of them has it as well. I don't know actually. Okay, I'm going in like a waviness to kind of match her crimped hair vibe, and then I'm gonna go in with, oh, I didn't bring over the yellow. I need a bold yellow because this doesn't show up unless I use a yellow, and I want bold yellow. Okay, I'm not fully done, but I wanted to show them. So this one, it looks like this, okay? And I did some musical notes to add some detail. I have to still write caution on it, and then obviously I have to write something here. I feel like those are not dry yet, so I'll just be careful. Then we have this one. This one, the blue part was an accident. It spilled everywhere. And before you like, how did paint spill? Sometimes when stuff is running low, I'll add water to it if I really like the color, and I didn't mix it up before I used it, so all the water fell onto it. So yeah, actually, and then I had to dot it with this But I really like that color, so I really wanted to use it. And I thought that was nice. It's not as dark as the color that the doll wears. I could add metallic to it because I feel like her outfit's a bit shiny, and I kind of want to add metallic. This shiny, it's not actually metallic, it's just shiny. What's it actually called? So I start using it. Dragonfly Glaze. It's like a little glazy color. I don't know. It's silver. And then here, I still have to add, so the red is drying. I'm going to add this color to that to make the red shiny. I really want to get like metallic paints, but I still haven't done it yet. And then I added a cobweb here because I thought it was missing something. So here's the other side. Okay, can I move it? Okay, here's that. And then I'm going to add another cobweb here. This is down and I need that to dry. Before I do that, I'm thinking about adding some of the shiny to the cobweb once it's done. More of this. I really like that, if you can tell. It's kind of a bit basic, but I think it's fine for what I'm doing. And then again, I'll have to write their stuff here. And then once I'm done with that, we'll move on to my other thing that I'm doing. I think that's where I'm going to end it here. They're kind of all drying and I'm going to let them dry. Obviously, then I would flip it over and do the other side. So each page, instead of holding 6, will hold 8, which isn't that much more. But I kind of like this because I get to like craft. And yes, it takes a little bit longer than the other ones, but I enjoy crafting. I enjoy painting. If I wanted, I could also add box art, which I do have some box art ones that I have made. Not for the photos, but for some other stuff. But I still have to finish painting because I have to add the other cobweb that I wanted to do. She has a little cobweb in her hair, which is why I'm doing it. Anyways, I also need to write things, gotta get neat handwriting. But I like doing that, and I really wanted a nice scrapbook, and I kind of really like that. So I'm kind of disappointed because that means all the other ones that I've done, I'm gonna redo some photos. That's okay because I like taking photos of my dolls. Anyways, let me know your thoughts on the video, if you'd like to see me actually painting it rather than just me coming back and forth, because I can try to do that. I'm not great with painting on camera, but that's okay. I will try. And they might not look the greatest, and the one that I think is the worst is the doll that I'm not the most obsessed with, which honestly I'm not surprised because I didn't love her, because of like, she didn't have like a specific pattern. I just thought, which I do really like the doll, like, don't get me wrong, like, just out of the 4, she was not my most favorite, and I think it was because she didn't have like a super strong like patterny design. So I don't know how I love hers, but I think hers is fine. But obviously, yeah, I want to keep like track of like my dolls and have like a nice thing, and I really like how that works. So, and it gives me something to craft because I like crafting. Anyways, that's all that I have for the video. Thanks for watching. I know it's kind of all over the place, but I'm MacPub. Thanks for watching. Bye!